Hello everyone. In this video, we're gonna be talking about my Absol build. So Absol is a speedster Pokemon with a lot of critical burst damage, so he's great for snowballing in ranked games. Absol's best lane is in the jungle because it allows him to get levels quickly and gank with his high mobility and burst damage. He can get many kills throughout the game and secure major objectives with ease. However, he does fall off in the late game when the enemies get tankier, so do be careful. Absol is a great Pokemon for players who enjoys playing assassins, who likes to be in and out of fights. So, without further ado, let's get started here. First off, we have Night Slash. So, Night Slash has been buffed in the last patch, making it do more damage, so it's a great option to go for right now. This ability is unlocked at level 5, and is your bread and butter escape and engage tool. Night Slash travels in an arc, so it's really difficult for enemy to keep track of your position. When this move hits, it does damage and slows the opposing Pokemon. Furthermore, you can cast it a second time to do even more damage and increase your critical hit rate. You can also use the second cast to escape instead if you feel like you cannot secure the kill. When Night Slash is upgraded at level 11, it will also restore HP on the second cast. Secondly, we have the Psycho Cut. This ability is unlocked at level 7. Psycho Cut damages and slows enemy with a relatively huge hitbox and long range. Furthermore, it will also enhance your next 3 basic attack to deal more damage. So if you manage to hit this move, getting a kill will be easy as the enemy will be slowed and take more damage. Since Psycho Cut is also range, you can use it to poke instead if you don't want to commit into a bad team fight. When this move is upgraded at level 13, it will also increase Absol's move speed when hit. Alright, now let's talk about the held item. First off, we have the Muscle Band. This item is great for Absol because it provides attack and attack speed, which synergizes really well with Absol's kit. In addition, the passive allows each basic attack to deal bonus damage equal to 3% of the remaining Pokemon's HP, so it helps a lot in killing tanky targets like Snorlax and Slowbro. Muscle Band also works on objectives like Rotom, Dreadnought, and Zapdos, so securing them will be a lot easier. Overall, this item is just great for damage and there's really no reason not to use it. Next, we have the Scope Lens. This item enhances Absol's critical rate and critical damage and synergizes extremely well with Absol's passive, which provides critical rate, and Night Slash, which also provides critical rate. So you're just gonna be overstacking on crit rate and your hits will crit most of the time. Essentially, with this item, you will be able to have more critical burst damage and it scales really well into the late game. As you get more levels and attack, your basic attack will deal more damage due to this item's passive. Finally, we have the Float Stone. Now, the Float Stone is an item that isn't all that great, but it is great on heavy burst damage Pokemon like Absol. It gives attack and movement speed, which is great for speedsters so they can gank faster. The out of combat move speed could be great for you in the mid to late game, so you can sneak some scores and retreat quickly. Pretty much just overload Absol with damage items so he can snowball as quickly as possible and get a huge lead before he falls off in the late game. Moving on, let's talk about the battle item. So there are a few options for Absols like the X Attack, X Speed, Fluffy Tail, and Go Getter, but I personally use the Eject button. The Eject button offers more chase potential and an escape option in case your Night Slash is on cooldown. Essentially, it just makes it even more difficult for the enemy to escape from Absol or chase him down. The utility is great and very consistent throughout each game. Next, I'll be going over how to play Absol in the early, mid, and late game. Let's get started. Alright, so at the start of the game, just use your feint over the wall and kill the first camp very quickly. Then it will immediately get you level 3, which you will unlock your slash attack, and then just prep your feint with the Ludicolo, and then auto, slash, and just clean up the camp. Then here, you just do the same for the Buffalo. Here I missed the feint, but it's not a big deal. Absol's clear is extremely fast. Normally you would clear all 4 camps or 5 camps before 9:20. And then be able to gank first than most junglers. Here you see I'm just gonna clear this camp real fast and then look for a top gank. At level 5, go into the jump pad and unlock your Night Slash, and that should give you enough gap close to go for the fight. Here I go in, and I get a huge chunk of damage on them, but unfortunately my team, both of them, did not follow up, so I'll have to escape here. Luckily, the Froakie actually flashes in trying to chase me, and then my team ended up getting the kill. Here I'm just gonna grab the fruit and just heal back up and wait for the bees. So essentially, your first objective when you gank the lane is to just get the bees. Once you secure the bees with Absol, it's very quickly because you do a lot of burst damage. Here I noticed that the Froakie is dead, so I'm just gonna try and score a quick 26 here. And my team was kind enough to block the Slowbro's attacks, so I was able to get the quick score here. But normally, it's very easy to dive a top lane if the enemy jungler doesn't counter gank. If your teammates follow up, of course, like my first gank, if they follow up, we will definitely be able to kill them pretty easily. Here the enemy face checked us, so we just get a quick kill. And here I'm just gonna dive the Froakie because I hit level 7. Missed the second Night Slash, but it's not a big deal. Even if you miss, the damage doesn't really matter too much because it does give you the critical hit increase. So your auto attack will still hit like a truck. Here the enemy jungle gank. Not a big deal. I just flash, grab the fruit first, and then heal back up. We get the gank off. And pretty much everything is done here. I'm just gonna recall and grab the buff. Your buff does spawn every 1 minute, so you don't want to be lingering around the lane too long every time it spawns. Just go and grab it. Not only does the buff give you enhanced effects, but it also gives you a lot of XP in the early game. It's pretty much half a level all the time in the early game. It's pretty easy clear. Absol's clear is just really insane in the jungle because all you do is just crit them down. Here I get level 8. I'm gonna try to gank bottom, but I realize I'm really close to level 9, so I'm gonna try and clear some camps, see if I can get level 9 for the Unite move. I think I get really close here, but not quite level 9 yet. Then I go for a gank. Their Greninja saw me, but it's not a big deal. I'm just gonna go in here. Got the slow on my Psycho Cut and just clean up. Here I'll just use my ulti, pick up the kill, and dive. Pretty easy kill here and there because Absol's ulti does a lot of damage if you manage to hit all of them, but if you don't, the initial burst damage is still good enough to secure the kills if they're trying to run away from you. There is a really easy Dreadnought. You can see how fast I can just clear it. Even without any help, I can probably just solo it within about 10 seconds or so. So, I don't really have too many scores here, and I realize my buffs are coming up, so just go back into the jungle. Like I said, every minute your buffs will spawn. Just keep it down on rotation so you can constantly clear it. After I clear it, you have a minute to make plays, and then just come back and clear it again. Essentially, doing this pathing will allow you to always be up levels on the laners and potentially the enemy jungler if the enemy jungler is not keeping track of their buffs. Continue to clear. I'm really close to level 12 here, and there really isn't too much for me to do, but I have 40 points, so I'm just gonna gank bottom and then look for the score on the outer tower. When you're playing jungle, essentially anytime that you see an outer tower, it's just easy score. Here he escapes because he got the shield, but he comes back actually and grab a quick kill and just leave. I didn't really get my 40 score down because my Gardevoir actually just hit the tower, but it's whatever, we still got some score at least. Here I was really confused because I for sure thought the Venusaur died, but it was actually my Cinderace that died. So I didn't react fast enough to stop him from scoring here, but it is what it is. I'm just gonna grab a quick kill, just get the quick kill. That's very easy with Absol. If you hit your feint, your auto will be enhanced. Pretty much crit with the scope lens, and it's almost guaranteed. Here I see nobody's defending the goal, and I realize the Venusaur is just barely spawning, so he won't be able to get it here on time. And we get a quick 50. I'm just gonna leave here. My Gardevoir actually got caught, and I decided to go back in a little bit, see how much damage I do, but realized I don't do enough, so I'm just gonna back. Their Absol, for some reason, decided to chase me here. I'm 2 levels ahead of him because I've been efficiently clearing, so I'm just going back in, auto, and then Night Slash 2. Get the quick kill, pick up some points here, go back into the jungle, and just continues to clear. I'm level 13 at this point, and I'm 2 levels on the enemy jungler. About to hit level 14 soon. Unfortunately, my Garchomp took my camp here, so I could not get level 14. And the enemy also took the Dreadnought. The third Dread isn't as important as the first one. The second one is alright to get, but the third one actually doesn't really matter too much. I took a little bit too much damage there, and the Mr. Mime actually skill shot me with max range, which was very unfortunate, but I'm pretty sure I was gonna die either way. But it isn't too bad, we end up winning the fight, so we get 4 kills here, I believe. Not too bad. Cinderace is level 12 now, so he's pretty strong for the Zapdos fight. Maybe he can get level 13. Alright, I'm gonna be spawning soon, and then I will just continue to clear. There really isn't too much on the map at the moment to do. My Greninja is soloing the Rotom, which is nice. Here, my buff spawned pretty much at perfect timing, and I should have gone for the buff, but I wanted to do all my clears, and I got caught up out the Mr. Mime. So this is pretty much where Absol starts falling off, because a lot of the Pokemon are starting to get tanky. If they have a Snorlax, Slowbro, stuff like that, it's really difficult to like one-shot them, or practically impossible. Mr. Mime's damage is pretty crazy as well, so I underestimated that, so that was my fault. But either way, it doesn't really change the game too much because Zapdos wasn't spawned, so all they got was a kill, and I'm very close to level 15 anyway, so I'm not really behind at all. They're here, I'm just continuously farming. I want to get level 15, I see my team getting chased down here, and I realize the fight is pretty much done, so I'm just gonna leave. There's no way I can save him. But we still have a little bit of time. I mean, if the enemy forced the Zapdos, my team is spawning in 10 seconds. Here, it's really buggy for some reason. My Night Slash just went complete opposite direction where I wanted to go. It is what it is. Maybe I could have gotten the kill, but hindsight 2020, maybe I would have died if I committed too hard. Here, great flash by the Venusaur. I flashed in, and he used his Unite move with the Buddy Barrier, so he got a bunch of shield back, and I ended up dying. So it becomes a lot riskier to play Absol in the late game because, like I said, if you don't get the kill, you're very squishy and they can turn on you very quickly. But luckily, my Gardevoir landed a really great ulti prior to this fight here, and managed to pick up 2 kills, which bought enough time for me to respawn. Here, I try to jump in and see the Zapdos about half. Grab a quick kill here. And the Venusaur is just gonna die here. I know he doesn't have his Unite move. I'm just gonna ulti here. Grab the kill, and then the Greninja walked into my ult, so he just ended up dying. I don't have enough HP here, so I decide that I have 50 points, and the enemy only has 40 seconds to do Zapdos, and they have 4 people dead, right? So essentially, doing Zapdos is extremely difficult for them at the moment, and I don't think it's possible. Here I see that Mr. Mime is barely spawning, but I'm already capturing the goal. I get 100 points here with double time. Mr. Mime comes in, I believe. And it's just too late. So we end up getting 100 points there, which is great. And now there's only 20 seconds left on the map before the game is over. The enemy can't really do too much. Mr. Mime actually ended up sneaking a score here, but it wasn't for too much, so it's fine. And we just end up winning. So there you go. Just be careful of Absol's late game. The enemy just becomes a little bit too tanky, and killing them it's pretty hard if you don't one-shot, especially the tanks. That will be it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and if it helped you in your rank game, that's great. I will continuously make more guides like this, so make sure to subscribe, like the video, and turn on your notification. That will be all for this video. Goodbye guys, and good luck in your games.